Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this session. Good afternoon from Nairobi, Kenya. And for those in other areas, good morning or good evening. My name is Dan Odero, and this is a session about the products in Neolife International. We'll talk about products and some of the stories, some of the experiences that we have had, that I have had over the period that I have been a member with Neolife International. Some of you are guests, and welcome to those who are guests with us here for the first time. Please sit back and we will share with you some of the things that make it an interesting opportunity. I have been involved with Neolife for the last, it is now 29 years. First got involved with them when I was in South Africa. At that moment, I was working in South Africa, Johannesburg, and I came across the opportunity when I was there and became an opportune moment for me because at that time, I left the work I was doing and I was looking for a different opportunity. Now, when I got involved there, at that time, they were known as more as GNLD, Golden Neolife Diamond International. They have of late rebranded, and the rebrand is now, we are now known as Neolife International. So Neolife International has been around for the last 60 years, 66 years almost now, in 55 different markets. The reason I got involved at that time, I had left the work I was doing and I needed some extra income, a different opportunity to earn extra income because at that time, the income I had was, after walking out of work, I had to find some alternative. At that time also, I was a skeptic. I was skeptical because the things I talked about, nutrition, to me was foreign. Well, not foreign. I never really thought about use of supplementation. My thought was that supplements was something that others, the Wazungus, the whites there were telling us about and eat. And my rationale was, with all the fresh fruits and vegetables that we have them fresh. Why take a tablet when you can eat a fresh fruit? That was my thinking. And I did not see the need or the importance or the reason I would spend money to buy a supplement and other things. Now, these are some of the challenges I had, and some of you may have the same thought and are thinking, why supplements? But besides that, there were many other things. So this afternoon, I will talk about what I have learned, why my mind changed about it, the things I have experienced personally, and then with the people who have got involved with, some of my clients, some of my friends, some of the family, and why at the moment I am convinced that this is the finest opportunity, regardless of what else you're doing. There are many opportunities out there, and I have been approached by, over the years, I've been approached by many people, but I have stuck with Neolife International because of the promise it gives and the things I have seen and what I have realized for myself and seen for others also. So bear with me. If you have doubts, if you have been in and you don't think it really works, listen. If you have got, you wonder why we are so passionate about it. Some people are so passionate about it. Why some people listen on. And then, of course, is there an opportunity with that to make some extra money? But today we'll focus more on the product. About the business building, we discuss that probably tomorrow. There's a meeting where we discuss how the business works. Here I'll talk about product mainly. And when I talk about product, we're not looking for people who are going to be salespeople. So some people might be shutting off and saying, I am not a salesperson. So maybe this is not for me, without giving a chance to hear what we have to say. I have not, in fact, those people who are good salesmen, in fact, say in the world, salespeople, about 3% are people who are great in sales, who love it. 3%. Others are not. However, all of us, without exception, sell something. End up selling something. If it's ourselves, if you get married, you sold yourself. If you're in a job, you sold yourself there. To the people who you want to the friends you have, you sold yourself. We're always selling something and buying something. So it's something we do all the time. And then the other thing we're also doing is we are recommending. Oh, that hair of yours looks so good. Your hair looks so good. We recommend all the time. But many times we never get paid for it. That Namachoma, the meat-eating joint that we loved, that phone you are using, we're constantly doing that. We're constantly talking about something that we found benefit in, that cleaner, and we always recommend. And people are buying. But how many times do we get paid for that we do for free all the time? So here's the thing. If this is something you always do, you have recommended. If you have recommended, and if have recommended something to somebody else, have found somebody else buying it, have bought something because of somebody's recommendation, then this is for you. Because in this space, what we are doing, one of the things we do with the products that we have products at superior products that we find we get excited by their use. And then we have the urge or the responsibility to go and tell somebody else who we find may be missing out or looking for some product that works, something to help. That's what we're doing. We recommend to another, and when they take our recommendation, they buy it. You earn something. If you're a distributor, you earn a little bit from it also. Plus, there's a little more there. So it's something we do. We're doing things that we normally do. We're not doing something different. We're not doing something strange. We're doing something that we do on a day-to-day basis, but we are focusing on making it an opportunity that then can benefit us. Normal day-to-day thing. Not do something that I have never done before. We all have done it. We've all recommended. Every day, every month, we buy some products for our health. We buy some products for our cleaning. And that's what the company does. So we're not doing something that we're not getting something that we don't know about, or we have no, it's not necessary. Some of them are necessary things we have to. So if you don't get it from Neolife, you get it from somewhere else. But if you get it from Neolife, you get a good quality, plus you get compensation, a payment for doing so. No, don't worry about getting too much complicated. What is trying to talk about? Let me talk about the basics of our business, the products we have. So when I first got involved, I was in South Africa. I got involved in the business, and they now began talking about supplementation. supplements, I said, it's not for me. I can get fresh fruits, and I can get these things. But I learned when I was staying in South Africa, I remember staying with some friends. We had a big house. So there was a house where were about five of us, different rooms. And so about five different people, and we all had our own rooms and we shared. And at that time, I remember clearly a cold coming through the house. Now, for me, I was taking the supplements because one of the things I was taught, if you want to share with somebody, use yourself first. And that's one of the things, one of the important things. Be a user yourself. The best customer is you. So if you're in the business, use it yourself. Even if you don't believe it, use it. So I was using. At that time, I was using Phyto Defense. I was using uh, Daily Vitality Pack. Now it's Vitality. I was using those two products. And I remember being in that house and a cold came through. Everybody got a cold twice. And in fact, there was a small baby. It was a baby for 2 years. Also was affected by the cold twice. But I was not affected at all. At all. I was not affected at all by that cold. It came through. It never affected me. Colds and flus are contagious. If you sit next to somebody who has a cold and flu, you'll get it normally. But in this case, that thing clicked in my mind. I was in that house. I didn't move out of the house. I didn't take any other further. I didn't avoid the people. I was there. I even carried that small, bit. I never got the cold. It made me start thinking, maybe there's something in this thing that works. And over the years, I have found that products from the company work. But how do you? There are so many products out there. There are many companies dealing with products similar, many. So how do we say that our product is better than what they have out there? Who are we to say? We are not scientists. I am not a scientist. I am a hotelier by training, like Fred, I'm a hotelier. I know how to sell rooms, food. I'm not a scientist. But I don't need to be. And you don't need to be involved. You don't need to be a scientist to be involved in our business. Because the background behind the production and the formulation of the products is a team of scientists who are active. So they produce products that say that work, are tried and tested. In fact, what they do, they go to conventions every year. In fact, there's a convention they are going for, which was talking about supplementation and disease from prevention. And I remember one of the scientists saying, Dr. Miller was talking about those conventions where they go in there for those conferences every year that was happening. Neolife was the only company of its stature in those conventions. Was it because it was expensive? No. He said an interesting thing. The cost to attend those conventions for the scientists, for the company, was about $100. Now, were they not coming because it was too expensive for them to come? No. These companies are billion-dollar companies, but other companies probably were not interested in seeing what was being discussed by the scientists at that time every year. Neolife was there alone. Having been in test, I have also had the privilege of meeting some of these scientists. I have met personally Dr. Miller, Mr. Miller. I have met Dr. Arthur first when I was there earlier. They were coming around, scientists were coming around and speaking to us. Fred Hooper, they were around and they tell us the science that is behind it. So there are people who are telling us, so you don't have to be a scientist, you just have to say this is what they discuss, and this is what the things they're telling us that they have done research on. That even the American government, WHO, at one point asked them for their product, the carotenoid complex, to use in the tests that they were doing. And when they did that test, they said that Neolife, you have not told us as much as is there. You've not told us everything. You have said there's so much more. So you can trust what they are telling us. Besides that, and this is not just a story, because besides that, I've had also experiences where people have tried for themselves. Say, I like something cheaper. So sometimes you offer a product, omega-3, and you tell the product, this product, omega-3, which is very good from Neolife, is the best one. Someone says, no, I found it cheaper. The one from Neolife is too expensive. 4,850, that's the retailing price. I can get it a cheaper option in the chemist. I never argue. Don't argue. When someone says that, do not argue, because I will tell you they will go and try. And some people have gone out and tried it. In fact, at one point, I remember one of the scientists was discussing and said he had come to Kenya, a friend who was in Kenya, and he says, let me see what our competition, because there are companies that produce it, what is our competition producing of this product? And we'll take omega-3 as an example. He went out there and he went to a chemist. He looked at the omega-3 that was offered at the chemist. He read the label, and as a scientist, you can read the label and you can see the things that are missing. On that label, he asked the chemist, on this label, you say omega-3 product, but I don't see any ingredient as omega-3 in this product called omega-3. And the chemist was forthright and came out and says, there is none. There is none. But we are putting it like that because people have heard of omega-3 that is very good. So we are selling it, although it really doesn't have much omega-3 in it. Those are the products people are buying. Not for me saying, this is a reporting from a scientist who had come out here and done his own research. There was none. Going further, I have had cases where I've had a case where somebody came out to me and told me the doctor has recommended that I get this product. It was a lady who came and her husband was expecting, has asked me to go and get some folic acid. I went to the shop, to the chemist, and I bought a folic acid and I was using. But I used it, and when I went back to the doctor for now a checkup, he says, why aren't you using the folic acid? He said, I have bought. But he says, it is not reflecting. It is not reflecting the body. Although you're buying something that says it is at a good price, because that's what you're looking for. Some people are also looking for prices, not looking for the content. For a good price, it is not reflecting, it is not helping. So then she came because the husband and I had known that I was in the business for some time. They asked me, and this is what's happening. We are asked to get, but the one we are getting from the chemist we went to buy is not helping us because the doctor says it's not reflecting. I said, okay, I will give you a product that has a little bit, not even much, because you want product with a lot of folic acid, you get it in vitamin B complex. I said, let me get a product that has a little bit, not as much. If you wanted more, I would give you B complex. And they said the price of B complex is a little bit expensive. So, okay, let me give you Formula 4, which has got a little bit, because Formula 4 has, besides folic acid, has got all the vitamins and minerals A, B, C, D, but a little bit, smaller amounts. Take our Formula 4, which has also got a bit of trenin in it. Trenin is a brain concentrate. Take this product because you're looking for a product with folic acid. This has got a little bit of folic acid. Not big amounts. If you wanted big amounts, I would suggest vitamin B complex, but you say vitamin B complex is a little bit expensive for you. So take Formula 4. They took Formula 4. 3 days later, they went to the doctor, and the doctor said, now you are taking the product. Now I can see that there is folic acid being taken in the body. Formula 4, 3 days later. So at times, the reason now I say the product works because with these examples I've given, it's not for me saying, it's actually evidence of people having come back and shown what benefits they have gotten. And of course, Neolife gives us the background, the science that is done. So we are confident. You can say with confidence the product works, and I've seen it. You've seen it for ourselves. I've seen it now. People have seen it for ourselves. I mentioned one of the cases, and I was mentioned to friends, one of the cases, of course, we have cancer going around very rampantly. I mean, a lot of people are getting cancer. I know some of friends, very close friends, who have been affected. You may know 2 or 3 people who have been affected with cancer, and it's quite stringent. And I remember one case where there was a young lady in the family. I mean, they had a big family. The youngest in that family was diagnosed with some stomach cancer, and they went in for treatment. They were going now to get their diagnosis. They went in for treatment. The doctor said, to start this off, to get you started, you need to have chemotherapy, you need to do some treatment and do some things. And the cost for that beginning was 1 million shillings. It's costly. Cancer is a costly because your chemotherapy, what I think your treatments goes up to 1 million shillings. It's 1 million shillings at that time. Maybe it's gonna be less, but 1 million shillings at that time. So they said we're a big family. I mean, they had 5 or 6 or 7 elder siblings who are working. But he said if all come together they had good jobs, and we said, but if we all come together, even that 1 million shillings is a little bit difficult to find. It's a little bit difficult to come by. Is there an alternative? They came to me asking, is there something you can help us with? Now, I am not a doctor. I don't recommend things for serious illnesses like that. But we have a person who is a health professional counsel within us. Dr. Fatima Abdallah is a hematologist. She's a lecturer and a doctor in the treatment of cancer. So I said, go and talk to her. She might recommend some things that I want to recommend, but let her say if this is going to be good enough to take. So they went to Dr. Fatima Abdallah, who was at Kenyatta at that time, and they asked her, we were referred to you by Dan. He says, is there something that you can give us? Because we have been told by the doctor we need to have this chemotherapy. It's a bit expensive. What can we do? Dr. Abdallah told them, take a product. That's done to give you a product called Phyto Defense. Phyto Defense. Phyto Defense is the most expensive product within our range in Neolife because that product has got 3 different supplements in it. It's got carotenoid complex, it's got the flavonoid complex, and it's got cruciferous plus. It's the most expensive product within our range of products, of supplements. In fact, the price is about, I think the retail price is about 15,000 or more. It's about 15,000 bob for a month's dose. But if you compare 15,000 to 1 million, I don't know. 15,000, I think you can find. 1 million, 15,000 you can find. So they said, okay, we'll do this. We can get 15,000 we can find. So they began taking and said, instead of going for that other thing, instead, that's a doctor's recommendation, not mine. Doctor's recommendation. Remember, every time someone has got a serious thing, recommend for a doctor first to go out. And then the health profession council, people who are doctors can recommend. So doctor's recommendation, take phytodefense, it might help you instead of maybe the million. So they took phytodefense. 3 months. The first month, finished. Second month, finished. Third month. So phytodefense for 3 months is 45, it's about 45,000, but not a million shillings. 45,000 instead of a million shillings. Because people sometimes say our products are expensive. This is the most expensive product in your life. 45,000 for 3 months, but not a million for the month. After taking that product for 3 months, she went in for a review, because always ask the person, you don't just go for a review. It's not our saying, go for a review. Yes, so she went in for a review. At the review, the doctor said, it seems to have shrunk. I cannot find any traces of the cancer any longer. 3 months. Two things come to mind here. When people begin to say that the products we have are expensive, as compared to what? Because in this case, she had a product that took for 3 months and had a very good results, was at so much less than what she was actually going to pay. Look at those comparisons. But this is the case. I'm telling you from something I have personally experienced, because the person talked to me. I said, the whole family was saying, this is something we must be doing all the time. Because, first of all, one of the things about cancer, and I don't want to belittle how serious it is and how, but we don't know, and we don't know who will get cancer. We're not sure. We don't promise on anybody. And cancer does not just come from the woodwork and you have cancer. It's a period over a period of time. Why wait? Why wait until things are serious to go and have a checkup? Wouldn't it be something to think about every once a year, buy my product for 15,000, Bob, take it to prevent? Because one of the things that scientists have said about the phytodefense and the products in there slows down the progression of any cancerous growth in the body. Slows it down so much that if you take it, if you had a cancer which was beginning to develop, it might never manifest before the end of your life. Slows it down. Don't wait until you have a diagnosis. Why do you start taking? Buy as soon as you can. Phytodefense. Just say once a year, I'll buy a phytodefense. Put money together, buy a defense. Slow it down. Because it works. There are many other cases, but this is one of the cases I have seen. The products gave back the results that they say they give back. This is it. Our scientists are active. They're not scientists who researched some years ago. They are actively, as we speak, they are doing research consistently going forward. When COVID came out, they said these are the things, because they are in touch with what is happening and they talk about it. So you don't need to be a scientist. You just need to care for people enough. When you see someone struggling, recommend. I doubted supplementation when I first got in. Nowadays, in fact, some people call me a doctor. They call me Dan Zinc Zidane, because one of the products I love is also a product called zinc that I've seen fantastic things happen with zinc. For me, one of the products I work with all the time is chelated zinc. When I first came across chelated zinc, I used to wonder, what is zinc about? What is zinc for? Then I read about it. Then I tested it. I remember one of those cases, one of my my sister-in-law was having a very bad cold. Nose running, congested. She was suffering, couldn't eat. I said, okay, before you go and sleep, take 5 zinc tablets together before you go and sleep at a meal. After you've had a meal, you're going to bed, take another 15. So you've taken 10. And she did that and she went to sleep. The next morning, I kid you not, I promise you, she woke up like she had never had a cold. Now, normally it takes about 3 days. Colds take a long time. Colds are not serious things. Well,
Sorry, Dan. You seem to be frozen a little bit there.
but can help you. This does it over and over again. For colds and flus, I have found zinc helps clear a cold and a flu within 3 days. You take 10 tablets a day for 3 days. Clears the cold. Besides that, it heals. If you find someone in an hospital going for an operation, take a zinc dose before you go for the operation and after it also heals. My father, 8 years old, was in hospital for about 2 months because he had a bit of a problem. He had 2 months, he went for an operation, took zinc tablets. Now, people at that age don't heal very well, but he healed extremely well with it. This is the supplementation. New Life has also got products in other ranges. Another range is the home care range, which I think we don't exploit as much as we should. Because people may be hesitant about supplementation for their health. But when it comes to cleaning that they're doing every day, every day you clean, whether you like it or you go and buy a cleaning product, they're not so hesitant there. The hesitation comes in when they start telling us that the products that we have are expensive. And I wonder, I said, which amazes. In fact, what I did sometimes, I do a test. Let me do a test. Work without it, then work with it. What is the difference? It's like night and day. I remember coming into a house that was infested. There were ants running around, a lot of ants. The sinks area was ants, ants, ants. Someone else called me, I've got ants in my room. Ants in my, what do I do with it? I said, take a protocol LDC. That doesn't work. Sometimes we doubt ourselves because if you're not using, you have a bit of doubt because you've not used yourself. So you say, I can't really say for sure. But if you're using, then you say, this thing works. And I remember bringing the product into that house where those ants alone. Began cleaning with the light duty concentrate. I tell you, the house, there are no more ants bothering them at all. First of all, the product, 1 liter makes 11 liters. It kills the ants and other insects, not because it's poisonous, because it clears their cuticle, the thing they used to breathe. So it's a safe product. How many people are using unsafe products in their house? Ask people, how safe is the product you're using in the house? Those products that are unsafe, maybe the things that are even exasperating, getting cancer, get worse. How do you know? Light duty concentrate, the LDC, I use it. When you shave it, there's no bumping. It's very smooth. You can wash with the same product that you're using to wash your dishes. You wash your vegetables with it very nicely. As you are doing that, washing your dishes and washing your vegetables, the sink is not getting clogged because all the oil is washing away. So your sink, you never have a trouble of a blocked sink. Once in a while, I put on as I'm brushing my teeth with toothpaste, normal toothpaste, I splash a little bit of LDC diluted on it. It's a nice mouthwash, also removes the plaque. If you have got roses growing, cut roses growing, and you put a little bit of length, they last a week. They last a bit longer. The roses grow a little bit longer. This one product does several things of cleaning. You can throw, in fact, you can do your laundry also. You can clean your laundry with it. And remember, every time you buy a product from Neolife, every product for this, and they put this for the sake of comparison of different parts of the world, they put a point value on the product. The maximum I've seen is 1 shilling, 80 cents, 1 shilling. The points that Neolife allocates to products is $1, over 100 shillings. And those points are not loyalty points, they're income generating points. Think about it. If those places you went to for your loyalty points, those places you went to buy your stuff, imagine if you're buying those points and they put them together, and anyone else who you recommend to go there also adds up to the points that you earn, how many points will you be earning? Imagine those points can be accumulated over a month. And anyone else who has come because of you also benefit from those points. Imagine that. Sometimes we don't think about this. But in your life, every time you buy a product is a point value. Everyone who have introduced to that one, also the point value that they get because of buying from you. We're dealing with an income generating point. Every time you recommend, every time you get to a customer product, the point value increases there. So besides getting a fantastic product, you get a value that the company says at the end of the month, we will pay you a sales volume bonus. Whether you bought it for your own consumption or you bought it to sell to somebody else, doesn't matter. Or somebody else who is in your team, who maybe you have not have contacted, but because your team is linked to you, the points add up to you. Do you now see how much you can actually earn if you do this day in, day out, recommend, recommend? That's why this people stick around, because there's money that they make in this business. Not because they're salespeople, because they're buying things for themselves. They're doing the normal thing that they normally do, but they're doing it with a product that earns them something. Every time you spend to product for yourself, it is puts back something that you can keep. It generates an income every time you do that. And anyone else who you link to your business when you're building a team, and that we'll talk about tomorrow, how you build a team. Anytime someone gets involved in your business, your benefit increases. So you can increase the amount that you earn month in, month out. You can increase it. You can show somebody else how to do the same and begin to earn more. When someone asks you, how did you do that? You can do that with a very good product. Every time I go and show somebody how the LDC works, now at this point, we don't discuss prices, just pays, because they know what they're getting. The product is at a quality as unmatched. By the way, I don't think there are many other companies that deal in cleaning products out there. I don't think there are. And there are many others, cleaning products that are amazing. The one for the car, the wash and wax. There's 100 washes. Someone buys it once, washes and waxes the car, and there's 100 washes. You don't wash your car every week, every day. You wash your car every week. Every week is 52 times a year. It does 100 washes and waxes. A client was telling me every time they use this. Do whatever else you're doing, but do your normal thing in a way that you have some extra money in your pocket every end of the month. My spending within your life creates me an income. How would you like that? Every time I spend, it creates for me an income. Because the company says they give you, depending on your volume, will pay you as the volume goes bigger. Wash and wax, what's the procedure we're using? Wash and wax is just, you take the wash and wax, the top of it, put your 5 ml in the wash on it, in a bucket of 6 liters of water. When it's gone, the water, you've wiped the car first, and the start water, you take a cloth, you squeeze, and you start. Once you've cleaned, the same cloth, you just now waxing it. Simple. The leftover water now can be used to now clean inside the tires in your house, elsewhere. There's a lot left from it. So 5 ml in a 6 liter of water to use just to wash. First of all, get off the dirt. Probably get the dirt off. Get off the dirt from the cup. You don't have to rinse it. You just buffer it down. Buffer it down. 100 washes. The products we have all have stories we get to read to help people about, because they work so well. I have shared a few stories of what I have seen from the business. I hope this will be helpful for you. And 29 years later, it only gets better. Because after some point, some people just come and start looking for you. Others come asking you, and they don't ask them. Once people know the quality of the product, they don't ask about it. One of the things we must is get the business working. First of all, be your own customer. Change your habits. Use the products. Then recommend to others. Because in that way, some people wait and they just get silly people. They don't know the yes people. People will tell if you're just someone who is just using products, you're just selling products but not using, you don't know how it works. And the people who have done that kind of thing, I don't see them sticking in the business very long. Some of them get disillusioned, they come out because they don't realize they're sitting on and having gold with them. Use yourself, use the product. And there's a story for each of the products. All the products are good. If someone finds a product says, I love a product, so I have some customers saying, that product is if that product is good, what about this other one? Every product in your life is a great product because they've got the scientists behind it. I hope this has been helpful for you. Go back to the person who invited you for this talk. How can I get a product? How can I try a product? There's a lot of information on the products if you want to read before. I try one product. If you've talked, don't just talk and say, go and try it again. Go and try. Ask the person to get product for you. Can I try the product? Let me see. You will find, I promise you will find benefit in every product of New Life we have on the market. I have seen it and I continue to see it over and over again. The beauty of it is that you don't expect. You're not doing something that you don't, you're not doing something strange, you're doing something normal. What we do in our business, we use the products that we have. So I get into get first my reason for getting the business is to get a good quality product that benefits me. And then I share the quality product with others. As I do that, I find some benefit for myself because the people find the benefit, they go and duplicate what I've done with others, and then there's a way the business is built, which will explain in details at the presentation in the evening. Ladies and gentlemen, friends, don't miss out on an opportunity. Change your life one day at a time with things that we're doing, not complicated, and support that will get you to achieve not only your dream, but to live healthy lives and great products. That people will talk about you. Oh, yeah, he has come. Thank God he has come. He comes with great things. This is what we have in our business. It's been a pleasure sharing you. I'll hand it back to Fred, if Fred is on the line. If not,
Yes, I am done. Very, very excited.
Back to you, Fred.
Thank you, Dan. I was sitting here mesmerized. You know, it was a very exciting, very powerful presentation. As usual, you've come out and you've done a wonderful, wonderful job. Guys, I tell you, that is done. Thank you so much, Dan, for sharing your experience about the products, about the opportunity, and what this opportunity can do for you. And the onus is on us, guys. We need to go out, use these products, share them with boldness, because like Dan has said, the products work. There's science behind it, so you don't need to worry and be overly scared when you're sharing these products. Just share them with boldness because the products work. And I guarantee you, personally, I've also been here for 29 years like Dan, and these products have never let me down. So guys, if you want to know more about how these products can work for you, how you can make money, tomorrow at 8 o'clock, Pascal Lolo will be sharing with us how you can be able to build this business and leave a legacy even for your children, and also get to travel, get to enjoy lifestyle. And that will be happening tomorrow at 8 o'clock. Pascal will be zooming in from South Africa. That's the beauty about our business. You can do it at any time, any place. It doesn't tie you down. You continue with your lifestyle. Pascal is in South Africa and is building a business in Kenya. He's doing a seminar for us tomorrow, and you can be part of it tomorrow. So for our guests tomorrow and distributors tomorrow at 8 o'clock will be with Pascal. If you're looking to buy the products, talk to the person who invited you. He'll show you how you can be able to get the products from him. But the best way to do it is to become a member, become a distributor, and start using the products even as you create an income for yourself, an income for your family. Otherwise, it was great chatting with you guys. Sorry, I'm on the road. Had gone for a meeting somewhere, just getting back home. But it's amazing. It's amazing what is possible with this business. If it can happen for Dan, it can happen for me. It can also happen for you. So thank you all. God bless you. And see you tomorrow at 8 o'clock. Don't miss it. We'll be having an exciting guest speaker talking to us tomorrow. Thank you and goodbye. This recording will be available a little bit later today so that you can also listen to it again and also share with a friend out there. Thank you all. God bless you and bye-bye.